Welcome to Soccer As We Like It, the Man United direction. Today we have United fans just going to talk about the deadline day that United was the expectation of signing someone on the very last day. I know a lot of United fans were still tuned, hoping and praying something might just happen last minute since United missed the last minute deadline signings, but nothing happened. So we have the UK representative. We have Vimal in the house. We have Kay representing UK. We are representing Houston Red Army. We have Bems. We have Joe representing Houston Red Army and Sammy, the analyst. How are you guys? You guys all right?
Doing good.
Good. Let me start with Kay. Kay, deadline day is come and gone. Transfers, we only made Heaton, Ronaldo, Sancho, Varane. Were you expecting anything on the very last day? Like, just in maybe?
Like I said the last time, like, we're always going to be linked to people. People will always have some fans that will be like, yeah, we're going to get some. But I knew that was it. After the Ronaldo one, that was just the business deal, to be honest, the Ronaldo one. And obviously, to bring him back home. But I think if the Ronaldo thing wasn't available, I think we would have just had Varane and Sancho.
Right.
And like some of the other people said before, until we shifted some players out, we were never going to get anyone else in.
Vimal, if you want to follow up on that. Did you expect anything after Ronaldo?
To be honest, I mean, the Ronaldo transfer, it was all very, very quick, 24 hours, quite rushed. And I feel that we hadn't actually planned for that transfer.
It was like him running down the wing, that quick.
Yeah, it was almost like trying to save him from going to the enemy, selling his soul to the devil.
Yeah.
So we had to intervene. Everyone had to intervene and stop that man going to City.
Hijacking the train.
Slip of words. Exactly. So I feel that with that amount of expenditure, £25 million salary, I think, we probably couldn't afford another transfer.
Even despite
shifted
selling
people out.
Thingy, even though we sold, what's his name? Sonic.
Daniel James.
Yeah.
Sonic.
James.
And still.
Yeah, that's good money actually for 25 million. I don't know what you paid.
That is
for
really
that guy.
good money.
Yeah, I was surprised. So I was hoping we'd sell more though. We really need to offload. We've got a bloated squad. We should have offloaded more players and we could have then started bringing in real quality. So, yeah. Good. I think good deals coming in. We should have got rid of a lot more. Lingard was, we should have.
Yeah,
it was
that was
hot deal to sell that guy.
Sold.
Yeah.
All right, Sammy. The deadline day on that very last minute. Were you expecting anything new, or you had given up after Ronaldo?
To be honest with you, I was expecting a little bit, especially when we sold James. That was a really good deal to offload him. I was expecting, as Vimal said, I was expecting that Lingard should be offloaded too, because I don't think so Lingard has any position even in the bench right now.
Sad though, really sad.
We are doing. I really expected that United should sign a CDM. Again, I'm going to say that. I mean, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but we definitely need a CDM, because I understand we got having Ronaldo involved. He's bringing that experience. He brings the agility in that attacking lineup, but we still need someone to win the ball back. Matic you cannot put Matic and Ronaldo on the same field. They won't get along. So in that case, I was expecting that would go for Neves from Wolves. Rumor was that I heard that they're going to do a swap deal with Lingard and Neves. I don't know who came up with that rumor, but again, I was a little disappointed that we didn't sign a CDM on the deadline day. I was kind of 90% pleased with the transfer strategy and how the summer transfer window went. Especially we've got Sancho, Varane, and Cristiano Ronaldo. But to be honest with you, I feel like our transfer strategy is more of driven by a PR campaign, because we are more interested to sell shirts and merchandise than thinking about how our tactics will go or the players will fit into our strategy. And that's where actually I would definitely want to see that Ole would intervene. He would also provide his judgment, because he also needs to pressurize the board that we need a CDM. But I don't think so there is any pressure from Ole on that. Okay, I feel like he was not looking for a CDM. He was happy with McFred. So that's where actually the coach and manager should intervene. They should pressurize the board that I need that player. I need to position that void in that in the midfield. But overall, I'll just give them 90%.
90.
Yeah, success rate for
generous.
10%. I'm gonna take it away for the CDM position. And again, I'm giving 90% because all my emotion and hurt for CR7 because they're bringing him back. That's why.
So that
actually
so it went from a 60 to a
I'm
90.
yeah, that's why I'm buying a shirt also, even if I'm totally with the Glazers out. Okay, I'm still buying a merchandise. I'm still buying shirt just for CR7.
I hear you. I hear you. Bem, step in for me, please.
Yeah, I mean, the transfer window was, I mean, as far as incomes, that was pretty good. It was good income.
Tom
but it
Heaton,
wasn't-
Varane, Varane,
Yeah.
CR7.
Why are you
Yeah.
even mentioning Tom Heaton? Just
He was
don't mention
signed.
him.
He was
Okay.
signed. He's
Yeah,
goalkeeper
he was
number
signed.
3. He said he's
Yeah.
gonna be he's gonna fight for the number 1 shirt. But we'll move on.
Yeah,
He's
but
fighting for the number 1 shirt for number 1 goalkeeper coach.
Yes. No. He wants to fight for the position of De Gea and Henderson. He's not there for the ride. That's what he said in his statement. And he was not, and he was sober. He wasn't drunk.
I
Ben,
don't
continue.
even think Tom Heaton's son starts him.
So the reason why Heaton signed was because Ole wanted to sell De Gea or Henderson, more of De Gea. He was planning to sell one of them. He was planning to let one of them go.
Right.
But that didn't work out. So so now you're stuck with you're stuck with all 3. So it didn't work out.
And we have Grant.
Yeah, there
But
you go.
didn't we sell Pereira and got rid of the what's his name?
No.
Romero. What's his name again?
Romero left.
Romero. Yeah. So we got rid of those
Romero
2.
fine.
So
I
we
thought
need a
treated
number
him
3, don't we?
badly. I thought we treated him really
Yeah.
badly, honestly.
Yeah,
Pereira,
but Ben's
I think Pereira was on a loan.
Pereira.
Yeah,
Is Pereira alone or a long time?
believe-
But
I
we
believe
had
that's
Pereira
wrong.
for a while. I
Yeah.
thought we bought him.
So Bems,
Yeah.
Yeah.
when you saw the deadline day, were you still expecting, just in case like we did the last time when we got Diallo and Pelistri, Cavani very last minute? Did you expect anything this time?
I didn't expect to be honest with you, I didn't expect us to really isn't sell players really. It made sense that Daniel James was sold when Cristiano Ronaldo came, but Daniel James wouldn't have been sold if Cristiano Ronaldo didn't come. So that
That's
tells
true.
you
That's
the
true.
club didn't the club is not good in selling players. Let's be real.
I noticed.
Yeah, we're not good at selling players. So I wasn't surprised that there weren't really that many outgoings. Most of them was on loan. The only sale, well, I think the only sale was Daniel James. So I'm not surprised. We've done this year after year. We're not good at selling players. So I mean, incomes, as I said, was good. But the one position that was very critical was the CDM position, and that wasn't addressed. Whether it's from the coaching staff not really pressing for the CDM, but ideally, if you look at it, we're stacked in the midfield. You have Pogba, Matic, Donny van de Beek, Fred McTominay, Bruno. You have so many players, so many senior players in your midfield area, and ideally, you need to sell some of those players if you really want to bring the CDM in. So I'm really not surprised that area wasn't addressed. Now next summer when some of those players, Van de Beek might be gone, Matic will probably be gone. Some of that midfield, Pogba might be gone. So you really have to do something about it. But as I said, incomes was okay, but that CDM position wasn't addressed. If I was to give you overall score, in my opinion, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Because we didn't get the CDM position, and then we didn't let go of some
Lingard.
of the players, and then Lingard too. I wasn't surprised Lingard stayed, man. I wasn't surprised.
What does Lingard actually? We'll come back to that.
Yeah,
I don't get. We'll come back to that. Joe, go on, Ben. Finish up.
Yeah. I said so. Overall, yeah. It wasn't bad, but yeah, 7 out of 10. I can't give it an 8 or 9 just because.
Despite Ronaldo,
we're not.
Even with Ronaldo, you won't give it.
Even with Ronaldo, I can't give it a more than a 7 because Ronaldo he's a great addition to the team, but the CDM position is more important than Ronaldo. In my opinion, that was more important than Ronaldo because you still got Cavani. So that's why I'm gonna grade it. 7 is a good score, but if we got the CDM and if we sold more people, so more players, then I would have given it higher, a 7.
All right, Joe, step in. Were you expecting anything on deadline day? Were you like, just in case, because United are last minute pulling out something out of the bag? Not for perfect. But Pelistri, Diallo, Cavani came on deadline day. What do you think? Well, you're muted. You're muted.
Yeah. Okay. So last day, I was hoping, there was a little bit of hope that something came through, but after the Saul news came in for Chelsea, I was like,
Yeah.
it looks like that's a wrap. And the fact that they got him on a loan,
On loan.
So, it is what it is. I think they're thinking they can just run with it, and it seemed like Ole is decided he'll try to do something strategic in the midfield to overcome the deficiency we have there. So I don't know if that means that because we have more
firepower
options on both sides now, that we have an outlet for Fred. You just got to train him or coach him. It seemed like maybe they'll try the coaching aspect as far as I don't know. Or cross our fingers and hope for McTominay to get in. Or maybe maybe we're going to see something out of Donny. I mean, these are all speculations. Ole has not shown us any evidence that any of this stuff is going to happen as far as like the coaching or coaching up Fred, or being able to use Donny van de Beek in a reasonable football manner. So we, it's all up in the air.
Right.
But I would personally give this transfer window a 7.5, maybe even an 8.
7.5.
Hear me out, because we had 2 out of 3 positions that we needed to fill. 2 out of 3
Sancho and
right
Varane.
winger, center back, and defensive midfielder. We did 2 out of those 3. Right. As far as people going out, it is
0.
what it is. It's not my money. If they want to keep people in there and run up the wage bill, that's fine. It's clear that it's really not just because you can't imagine that we don't have a defensive midfielder because we haven't let people go. Because they found that money really quick for Cristiano Ronaldo. So the money's in the bank.
Oh, yeah.
They got it. If they wanted to spend it, if the right guy came in, if the right, like the same way we got Ronaldo, if Conte all over the sudden became available and we had the opportunity to go for him, you think we wouldn't? You think we would hold on it because, we got to get rid of Pereira, we got to get rid of Jesse fucking Lingard? Nah, they would do it. It's just for whatever reason, either they didn't have the right person that they wanted, or the deals just didn't pan out. So
right.
I give them the 8 because Cristiano Ronaldo.
I thought it was 7.5. You've gone to 8 now?
I'm giving it an 8 now because the goals that Cristiano Ronaldo is going to contribute is going to be more than the goals that defensive midfielder would contribute throughout the season.
Okay.
So as far as the
that.
reason why we want the defensive midfielder is because we want somebody to be able to help us transition from
defense to
which
midfield,
would then lead to goals,
attack.
right? Because the option of the game is to score goals. If you are now getting those goals that you would have gotten with that forward-thinking defensive midfielder, and you're getting those goals with Cristiano, in a way, you could say you've helped in that deficit. We just need to score more goals than everyone else. That's it. That's the strategy now, right? Because this firepower is ready to do that.
Okay. But you need to be able to create more goals. The CDM will help you with that.
All right, thank you. I want you guys to just give me a grade of what you rated this transfer, combined with in and out, not just the incomings. Yes, Ronaldo did add more percentage. Vima, what are you giving this transfer window?
I'll give it an 8.
8.
Yeah. Do you want me to elaborate or just one number?
Just give me a number. Okay.
8.
Okay, what do you say? Okay, can you hear us?
Okay, is on mute.
Yeah, I think you might be on mute.
What are you giving them? What are you rating? What are you grading the transfer window?
His volume is low. We still can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Just jack up your volume, man. Yeah.
Just sign language. Yeah, 7.
Oh, 7.
Okay.
7.
Bems.
My rating?
Yeah.
7.
7.
7 out of 10. Not more than 7, man. I can't do more than 7.
Okay. Sammy, you give that 90%.
Yeah, I'm being very. No, I'm going to give 8.5 to 9. The reason because it's more of like a comparative analysis for me. because if you see the way our transfer window was so disastrous, compared to that, this transfer window is way decent, and we got CR7 back. I know we didn't sign a CDM, and we didn't offload Lingard and Jones, we should have, but still, I'm going to give them a high mark. Okay.
Ole does not plan to sell Jones. Did you guys hear what he told Rio Ferdinand, that he needs to back away? Because Rio Ferdinand said he doesn't know why Jones is still there.
No, Jones already signed a retirement plan.
Yeah. So Ole actually attacked Rio. Like, Rio has no right to be saying Jones should be leaving the club. That he has plans for Jones in this season. Like, oh wow. So Rio just like, oh okay, bro. Okay. You know what I mean? So as it stands, United made 4 signings. I'm going to include Tom Heaton, Joe. Tom Heaton, Sancho, Varane, Ronaldo, and we sold Lingard, loaned out Pereira. Who else did we loan out? Did we loan anyone else? I think that's it.
You loaned out. Hold on. Pelestri.
Pelestri.
Hannibal.
Yeah, Garner went out too.
Wow. And a few youth players.
Right back.
Yeah.
So it seems
Diallo would have gone if he didn't get injured, to be fair.
Yeah, Diallo was about to be loaned out, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I'm glad that we didn't loan him out, since James.
Was that blonde kid's name? He plays right back, left back. He
left
back a little bit.
Brandon Williams.
Williams. Yeah. Williams went to Norwich, I guess. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So as it stands, United seems to have a problem selling. I think they're not a bad loaning out, but selling, as in, I don't know if they overvalue the players or they're trying to be like PSG, who like, we don't need the money mentality. But
I think it's salary, man. I think it's salary.
They don't want to take a pay cut. That's it.
Yeah, they don't want to take a pay cut. It's a salary.
So they just rather just rot there and not play football. Is that it? Is that where we are now in football?
Well, I mean, take it this way, man. If your job is telling you, hey man, we want you to go to this other company, but they're gonna pay you less, but you can stay here and still get paid your same
Well, you're not going to work. You're not working. Oh, I get it.
But I mean, but at the end of the day, it's all about the money, right? Like, yeah, they want to play, but you want to get paid. So
and they're at Man United. That's the
prestige. I think my perspective on that is we overvalued some of the mediocre players when we got them. You know, like Lingard or even like James, and then we are trying to sell them out. We try to make a profit out of it.
Yeah,
obviously, anybody can understand.
I agree with Sammy. I think that is all right.
So that's the problem.
We value our players a little bit too high than what they're supposed to be too.
Yeah,
so
that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to
the high wages.
Okay.
Yeah, they're trying.
Let me ask you guys this. Let me start with Sammy. Do you see Lingard playing a part? So round up, do you think Lingard? Do you see Lingard playing a part this season? Where would he play?
To be honest with you, I don't see him in the squad unless if it is a Carabao Cup games. Okay, I mean when West Ham was literally adamant to sign him, they offered, I guess, 15 million. I guess some 15 or 20, and I don't remember the number. Why didn't we actually offload him at that time? And eventually we end up playing him either some of the Carabao Cup games, but I don't see him starting for Premier League games until unless somebody gets injured or we have a depleted squad for other reasons. But I mean, to be honest with you, that was a really shell shocked for me, especially if you can offload James. Why don't you go with Lingard as well? And I'm glad that Amad Diallo is staying. Especially, I would definitely pick Diallo over James every day. And he's actually young. He can learn more from CR7. But going back to your Lingard thing, I don't see him starting any games other than in Cup games.
Vimal, do you see Lingard this season? I mean, what's that deal with that one? Where's he gonna play?
What's his natural position?
He's supposed to be
attacking mid.
He's a 10.
Yeah, he can be mixed for anything.
So that space is already fairly overcrowded. And what is he? 29, 30 years old?
Coming on 29.
28.
Yeah, I just think we really missed a trick by not selling him. West Ham wanted him, and they ended up buying another midfielder, Class or something like that. I can't remember.
You go.
And another. We really should have sold that guy. Even if we got 20 million from him, I just think we should just released him because he's not going to make it into our first team. He might slip in every now and then with the cup games, but Premier League, I cannot see him playing an active part. So yeah, cup games for him, unfortunately. And
Okay.
I think he wanted to move. To be honest, it would have done his career a lot of good.
Because when he started posting pictures of him and Ronaldo, when Ronaldo, he was younger, Ronaldo was teaching him how to do step-up, which he never picked up to this day.
Yeah.
I think that emotion, like, oh yeah, I want to be around when, oh man, get the hell out of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I think for Lingard in his stage of his career, I think it would have been better for him to move. But I still think he can offer us something different to what other players, to be honest.
You do? Wow.
Yeah, I think he can. Like his movement off the ball, but it's just the way we play is not. When you're playing a low block, I just don't think he's going to be utilised well in this team. And I think he'll actually play more than Donny, personally. And
Which is
I
tragic.
think Ronaldo coming in has messed up his chances of playing more. And that was just like, because I heard a rumour that Ole actually blocked 5 deals from being done. Players are moving on. So I don't know how much that is true, but it's been quite,
I won't be surprised. We're
Why
just
is
a bunch of
Oli
holders.
keeping all these players though? I don't understand it.
I think
Doesn't
he's
make any
a
sense.
nice guy.
from in the 8 last time, innit? So I think he's trying to utilise not having it. And with the CDM thing, I think Oli doesn't really want the CDM because he's got no excuses. We buy a CDM, that's the nail in his coffin. It's like, you have to deliver.
No,
So him not getting the CDM is probably playing to him staying at United. Because if we would have signed the CDM with that team we've got now, the pressure would have been on him. The pressure would have been on him.
I think
Wait,
even
do
now
you
the
think
pressure's
Ole
on him.
doesn't
Now.
have
Yeah,
pressure?
there's still pressure on him now.
With Varane and
if
Sancho,
you-
the pressure
if
was
you
on.
sign
With
a CDM
Ronaldo,
as
the
well,
pressure's extra
Yeah, it
on
would have
now.
been more pressure,
There's no excuses. Yeah, there's no excuses.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Even before we got Cristiano Ronaldo, the pressure was on Ole.
With Varane and
do
Sancho,
something.
right?
He signed a new contract.
Definitely.
If he gets top 4, they're not going to sack him.
Yeah.
It
No,
doesn't-
Ole's gonna get
no,
top
no,
4
no.
with that squad, man. It's
Yeah,
gonna
he's
he's
gonna
gonna
get
get
top
top
four.
4 with that
They're not
squad.
gonna
Top
They
four
won't
is-
sack him. Ole's gonna be around for a
Joe,
while.
finish. Hold on, Ben. Joe, finish up.
Top 4 is not the purpose of the season. Top 4
we
is
know.
winning trophies.
I'm telling you, but that's what the purpose
Okay,
of the
if he
owners.
doesn't do that, he's gonna
The
get
owners
sacked.
don't care about
Before
the owners.
Ronaldo came, that
Before.
was the target. Top 4.
Yeah.
I'm telling
And
you.
it kind of changed because Ronaldo's not gonna like top 4. Nah, mate. You have
I'm
to be
go-
challenging for that title, bro.
I'm going as far as to say top 4 before Ronaldo came, top 4 and a trophy for
Now?
all of this stay.
And
Now it definitely
Yeah.
a trophy. Oh, definitely top 4, but definitely we got to get a trophy.
Yeah, for
We have
you.
to get a trophy.
Definitely.
For you and
If you
Cristiano
don't get
Ronaldo.
it, then
Ben,
always-
quick,
But
Ben,
not for the
quickly.
club. Huh?
Before Ronaldo came, what was the target? Now that he's come, how big
Okay.
has it changed? Quickly round up.
Before Ronaldo came, in my opinion, even for years, it's always been top 4. Top 4 has been like you gotta look, what do the owners want? The owners, all they care about is just being top 4 and being Champions League and getting that revenue. They don't care about winning the league. So even if when Cristiano Ronaldo came to the Glazers, all they care about is still top 4. If you don't win the league, they don't care. Now Cristiano Ronaldo's aim is to win trophies, but the owners of your club don't care about winning these trophies. So as far as Ole gets top 4, he's gonna remain as a manager. It's like, we fans can say what we want to say. We could scream, we could do whatever we want to do. But as far as Ole gets 4th position, he's good. Even if he doesn't win a trophy, he's still gonna have that job. Now that shouldn't be the expectations. We should be shooting for, like, challenging for the title, going for in the Champions League, winning at
So
least
now,
2
do you not
trophies.
think that's what they'll be doing now with Ronaldo?
I don't. This is my opinion, right? Ronaldo personally would tell Ole, I want to win a trophy. Ole would say, okay, we're going to do our best to do that. But at the end of the day, if that trophy is not won, Ronaldo is going to be upset. But the board, they don't care. As far as Ole gets top 4, it's a contract. It's his performance. When you go to work, right? You have at the end of the year, you do a performance reevaluation,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Ole's performance evaluation. Do you get top 4? Yeah, I got top 4, Glazer. Okay, continue. That's it.
Okay, let me ask you a quick question. Do you think Ronaldo has now more pull in that decision making?
Ronaldo doesn't have the
at the end of the
pull.
first
Ronaldo doesn't
season.
own the club. He doesn't own the club.
Okay,
And
so what do you
Ronaldo
mean?
can pull all he wants to pull, but if the Glazers don't care about winning the trophies, there's nothing Ronaldo can do.
Okay, so wait a minute. You're saying that at the end of the first season, if Ronaldo goes over to the Glazers, like, hey, I'll give you guys 3 more. Now, you think about all that money you can make. I'll give you 3 more, but you got to get me a better coach for me to stay.
Ronaldo can't do
He
shit.
don't make that move.
It's
It's
the
too old,
vision.
man.
It's not. I don't think Ronaldo. I think he
can't do it. He don't have that
he
type
could
of pull.
suggest. But he can speak to people like Woodward, not the Glazers. The Glazers don't speak to the players.
Nah, he
Yeah,
can't
go-
go
yeah,
towards the Glazers.
Woodward is
That's
the mediator. Woodward is the middleman. So he would tell Woodward that, listen, I came here to win the big trophies, and this I'm not ready for the mediocre. We're still in transition period. I'm not here for that ball. We've been doing transition. I know you guys have been doing transition for the last 8 years. This team, you need. In fact, I just honestly believe every player is going to step up. I can honestly believe, even if Phil Jones was playing, I think he too will find a level like, oh shit, I need to kind of get my act together. Or that
Yeah.
on goal stuff needs to
We
stop.
haven't-
I
we
think
haven't
everyone.
figured that shit out right now.
Yeah.
If we do
I
the
agree.
trophy, right?
That's
It's gonna be credit
Ronaldo
to
will be
Ronaldo.
influential on the
Ronaldo's gonna
player,
push
for sure.
everyone around.
Okay,
us
what we're
to
saying,
do
okay.
our best.
I think Ronaldo will some players will pull up, some will sink. Ronaldo will raise the levels, but I think there's going to be more pressure because when you see Bruno playing, Bruno moans at the referee. Ronaldo's going to moan at the players. He's going to be telling, you know, like Cavani, when Greenwood didn't pass him the ball, it's going to be like that, but times 10.
Oh, yeah.
Ronaldo's going to be exposing people on the pitch.
Yeah,
So that's why I think it's going to create more problems.
yeah.
It can create
Ronaldo's gonna
problems,
give the
but the
handover.
positive problems that, listen, like all that bullshit Radford does about running into blind alleys when he should have made a quick pass, he would kind of think like, okay, I need to make this pass. You will notice things will change on that field.
yeah,
Sammy,
things
come
will
in here.
change, for sure.
Sammy, come
Now,
in.
we need to think about the positive aspect of that. You know, Ronaldo will be influential on the players. Obviously, there will be some situation on the field where he will disagree with the players. He will show his anger, frustration for sure. But at the end, look at the bigger picture. Ronaldo will be influential on the players. I mean, people will actually look up to him. The players like Lindelof, players like, you know, Lingard, maybe they'll look up to him. Maybe they'll learn something, you know, like maybe they will up the tempo. And that's possible, you know, like it's not like that it's the end of the road. I'm not losing focus on that. We cannot challenge for a trophy. Okay, I mean, the PL, at least Premier League. I still believe that we can still challenge for a PL, a Premier League, if Ole will actually be more flexible to listen to Ronaldo and the senior players. I hope that Ole doesn't just listen to Glazers all the time and always think about that mediocre mentality of just making it top four. If we all work as a team, if people will give value to Ronaldo's opinion, I think this team can still challenge for Premier League. Trophies obviously go. If we don't win a trophy, Ole's days are numbered for sure. But I think this team can still challenge for a title, even if we don't have a CDM. But still there are a lot of gaps. But still we can challenge for a title if we can keep our head straight. If we follow, you know, like Ronaldo's direction. I mean, sometimes I feel like the reason we got him for, you know, we got him for a reason. We need that leadership. Even if Maguire was leader, but I think on the field Ronaldo will be the leader for sure.
Right.
Like everybody knows that.
Think about it. You have winners, World Cup winners. You have Varane. I think we've even Varane there now. I think that's also raised the level for the back four. I see, like, you know what? This guy's been there at the highest level. We're not talking about Man United, Everton level. These guys have been to the World Cup and
Who
won
controls
it.
games? Think about football. Who controls the game? It's the people in the middle of the pitch.
Yeah.
So if you haven't got people in the middle of the pitch to control the game, Ronaldo being up there is not going to influence the game.
Ronaldo does drop into midfielder.
He does
even
drop
with
into midfield, even for
Juventus,
Portugal.
he's
He does go.
picked up the ball in
But that's
midfield
what
and
I
he's
mean.
run at players.
It depends where we play him. If you play him as a striker and he keeps dropping, that's going to create more problems.
But then Cavani can
it all
fill into
depends
that
where he
striker
plays.
position. I don't know. It depends on the formation that Oli chooses. But I reckon if you
Do
play
you guys
Cavani
think? I think he
and
might just go
Ronaldo,
4-3-3. I think
it
he's
gives
going to go 4-3-3.
license. It gives license to Ronaldo to drop
Rome,
in and pick up the ball and help out in midfield. And the other thing I was wanting to mention as well is that how many times have you seen our players not rally each other when they're losing? The only people that I see rally others is Bruno and Cavani. I don't see much of that body language and that rallying to, come on, let's win this game. Ronaldo is not going to accept that type of behavior. You've seen certain players head down, I give up. You know, that losing mentality has been creeping in for a long time. Under Fergie, that mentality was out the window, barred. You cannot accept defeat. As long as the clock is ticking, you keep fighting. And I think
you saw what
for
he
so
did for his
long,
country during the week. That's an
exactly,
example.
for so long,
Oh,
our team has been missing that mentality, and Ronaldo's going to bring that back.
Right, that's good. So you can all see we didn't sign anyone on deadline day. I mean, I was still hoping maybe a Neves last minute never done. When I saw Chelsea do a loan deal for these guys, look at these guys, got a loan deal out of it. And
With
that's
an
a good player.
obligation to buy as well. They've got the obligation to buy him as well, so they're probably buying next year as well.
Oh, there you go. So that is Chelsea doing business. And that's Chelsea with already a very good squad. They got Kante, they got Lukaku. So, they had more pieces already in place than us. And on top of that, they have a very good coach. Number one, they're a good coach. I think if Tuchel had this team as is, I think we're winning Champions League and the league easily with Tuchel as. But Ole, I just worry sometimes. I think sometimes it's like a jigsaw puzzle whereby the pieces look also overwhelming, but should I put this there? That hesitation and no confidence to build the puzzle like this will make it work. I'll be cautious. Let's just, not lose the game. We'll be okay. See what I mean? He's not like, all right, we have to win it. Like Alex Ferguson should throw people in last 2-3 minutes. Go get, the belief that there's still something in this game. But Ole kind of plays it cautious, and that's where we are. And he needs to step out of the comfort zone. If not, we're going to go for a cycle. But I believe the son of Ronaldo will make a very big impact. I mean, merchandise-wise, that's on another level. Vimal, what's the situation that, tickets I see they're going for 2,000 for that game on Saturday in Newcastle.
Say that again?
I've seen the tickets for that game are going for 2,000 plus.
£2,000. Oh, because of his homecoming. I see. Yeah, I mean, that is a lot. It's just touts being touts, trying to inflate the price of tickets. I mean, it's a momentous occasion, absolutely. But
think about it.
£2,000 is an
you
absolute
had your
rip-off.
ticket for Newcastle game before Ronaldo, and you just thought it's just a regular home game. And this is you would guide that ticket for your life, like hell no. But if you're broke, like if I could get 2,000 for this, you know what? I'll watch it on TV. But being there,
touts are opportunists. I live next to the stadium. At the final, I was walking around the stadium, and people were selling tickets for £3,000-4,000 that they picked up at £200 face value.
Oh, for the for European Championship, right?
For the England v Italy final. So,
and people are buying it, right?
I think it's a terrible practice, to be honest. I mean, to make that insane type of money and rip people off. I don't know.
Nice.
I guess if you can afford it, fair enough. But I think it's just being an opportunist.
All right,
other
guys.
people say.
We have come to that time of the day. We've come to the end of the show. We will be back for more later in the week because we go. Vimal, is it bank holiday on Monday?
It's gone, isn't it? Yeah, we just had it. Yeah, end of August.
Okay. So we got bank holiday on Monday. This Monday is holiday this week. So we'll try and do a show in there on Monday. I'm trying to get the EPL one whereby we get other team fans involved. So viewers, thank you for joining us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you disagree with these beautiful guys on the show today, drop your comments. Argue with them, debate it. If you agree with them, do the same thing. Like, share, subscribe. We want to thank Vimal representing UK. Thank you very much, Vimal.
Thank
Kay
you.
in the house representing UK. Thank you very much. Representing Houston Arid Army, the peaceful man, Joe. Thank you very much. And the one and only, the controversial one, Benz. Thank you very much for joining our show today. See you guys in our next one. See you guys. Thank you very much. See you guys later. Have a nice weekend.
Guys.
Take care.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.